Hey guys, this is Orsi and this is going to be a very special video because I will try to show you guys the Hungarian edition of the Seer Tarot. If you guys know me, or if you've seen a few of my top whatever videos, you probably know that one of my favorite decks is the Seer Tarot. And now we have a Hungarian edition, which was surprising because I was not expecting getting this deck in, getting published in Hungary, which is really cool that it did. And there are some differences, and I want to show you guys because it's not an obvious information for English speaking people that there are other editions, and you might be interested in getting the Hungarian one. I will show you why. If you need help getting it, please do not hesitate to contact me. I'm more than happy to help people getting this deck if they want it. So this is the original, and I don't know, I mean, you should be able to already immediately see that the box for the original is smaller than this one. The title is, for some reason, if I translate it back to English, it's Light and Shadow Tarot, which I don't get why, because there is a different deck called that, but whatever. I mean, I kind of looked into the guidebook and I understand that the deck works with our light aspect and our shadow aspect, and usually all decks do that. But the Light Seers doesn't mean what the title means. So I'm quite curious if Chrisanne knew, or, she knew if this would be the translation or the title. I'm considering contacting her on Instagram, maybe, and maybe, getting a reply if she sees it, but whatever. So everything else besides the size should be pretty much the same, but the Hungarian one is more bluer than the original one. The original was published by Hay House. This is published by Total Books, and obviously it's all over the place because I use this deck. You got this. I think the text is pretty much not the same but similar, but you have different cards, which is interesting to me at least. But yeah, the original one, so I'm just gonna show you the Hungarian one. It's the same box design for the cover, which is cool because I really like that card. So I'm always happy to see the High Priestess. So let me just get... so this is the inside of the original one. And my guidebook is a bit, thick now because I use it. It wasn't edged, so I edged it in a green. And the cardstock on this deck is quite rigid. It's good quality, but it's not an easy shuffler for people like me who doesn't have a lot of strength in their hands. But it's a thick deck, which is not a problem. But let me show you the Hungarian one. Yeah. So similar, box design. I think the text into the grave we follow. This says we are gonna accompany you into the unknown. A bunch of stars, like thousands of stars. In the light of thousands of stars, you will find your true treasure. And they can translate the Light Seers here, like Dear Light Seers. That's what it says. So why isn't it the title of the deck? And then there's no EXO on this Chrisanne sign. Interesting. So the meaning is quite similar, but it's not the exact same text, which I find interesting. And then here's the inside of the other part of the box. Who cares, right? Here's the... Yeah, I'm just kind of dragging things out. Here's the guidebook. It's as thick as the other one. I think the messages should be the same. I don't think that this was changed in any way. So yeah, you know, and this one is greener than the original one. The original guidebook is more bluer, so it's kind of interesting that the box is more greener on the original one and the guidebook is more greener on the Hungarian one. So whatevs. And then this deck comes edged. Look at this. This is so pretty. When I saw it, because a friend of mine already bought it, and that's why I bought it, because she said that the card stock is quite nice, because that wasn't a thing for Hungarian decks, or you know, decks published in Hungary before. The Antique Anatomy is really good. I really like the card stock on that one, and this one, if you have the, I was thinking to how to, you know, tell you guys what this is, but if you have the Horror Tarot, it's, I think, I mean, it feels the exact same cardstock as the Horror Tarot. So I don't know, I don't think I have any other decks that have that specific cardstock. But if you don't have the Horror Tarot, then it's kind of, it's matte, it's satiny, it's not sticky. So I'm expecting this to shuffle really well. And we have a title card. The backs are pretty much the same. This is a bit more muted. The blacks are on the original, but are more, they are darker. I don't know if how to show you, but hopefully you can see that, you know, this is more bluer. And the size, there's a size difference. Okay, I'm going to show it this way. As you can see, the Hungarian edition is a little bit bigger. I don't know why, to be honest, but it's not too big, unfortunately. Let's put that one aside. But it's bigger but thinner. So if you have if you have trouble holding the deck because it's too thick, the original one maybe, you can look into the Hungarian one, or you know, maybe there are other editions that would suit you better. But hopefully you can, you know, I can show you that there is quite a difference in thickness. And I didn't, you know, mess with the order of this one, so I will just try to find the full quickly to show you the difference in saturation, I guess. I think the Hungarian one is a bit more muted, which is not necessarily any, you know, like a bad thing. It's just different. Okay, how to find the full. Okay, we have the full. So as you can see, it's bigger on the outside, no, on the inside. No, let's not start this. It's more, it has a more vibrant yellow. I think the colors are more saturated in the original one, and they are more muted in the new one, but not in a faded way, you know. It's not, it doesn't feel like it lost the quality. It's just that it's kind of different. Plus this is a bit more shiny, even though this deck is not shiny, you know, but this is, the Hungarian one is much more matte. But to be honest, I quite like the cardstock, so I'm really looking forward to playing with this one, to shuffle it, which I'm not going to do with it because I forgot to film the flip through before I did this one, so please excuse me. But for example, here's a very colorful card. It's still colorful. Ooh, and I want to see if this part we have in the original one, because I can't remember. I mean, I never really paid attention, I don't think, to that part of the card, but... And this deck currently is in a box, because if I have it out all the time, I love this. Ooh, I'm gonna fight her. I pretty much just gravitated towards using this deck, and then, you know, I never play with my other decks, so I made the decision to box it up for the time being. But come spring and summer it will be back on my table for sure, because I love this deck. But now I have two versions, which is really cool. And don't ask me why I started, looking through it this way. It's much harder on me than doing it the other way around, so. Where's the photographs? I mean, if it's gonna be... Oh, did I miss it already? Oh, of course it was the last one. I mean, come on now. Come on now. But look at it. Oh, okay. So we actually have a bit more from the artwork. So it wasn't stretched in any way. We actually have some extra... Okay, it's not, details that we would be missing if, we would be just using the original one, but we're actually getting some extra space around the artwork, so that's kind of cool. And as you can see, this is, yes, if you see the two of them next to each other, this one is much more vibrant than this one. But if you just look at this card on its own, it's still colorful, it's still nice. So it's not I don't think that the change was bad. Okay, did I mess it up? No. But ooh, let's look at the Queen of Pentacles. And then I will stop showing you. I love her. Her, him, whatever. So, as you can see, the reds are, more, saturated, I guess. It has a stronger yellowy feel, but it could be just because of the finish of the card, actually. Not really entirely sure. But yeah, some extra tiny artwork, which is really cool. I mean that it wasn't stretched, it was actually used. I mean the artwork was actually used to fill out the space. So yeah, I don't think I need to show you more, but I know you want to see it shuffle, but I don't want to shuffle it because I'm lazy and I don't want to put it back in order. So what I can tell you is that if you're watching this and you're interested in seeing this, then check out my other channel, because I will use this in a pick a card reading and shuffle it live on camera. So if you want to see it, you don't have to watch the reading if you're not interested. Just, check which pile has the light seers, and then you can see it, how it shuffles. I know it's annoying, but plus, if you're not interested in doing that, I will have a 6 months in review about this deck as well, because I try to post, actual experiences with the decks that I use, and I have a few that I need to finally film. But yeah, hopefully this is useful. And like I said, it's really cool. It's edged. It's available. I know it's not easy to get it, especially outside of the EU if you're thinking about it. But right now our currency is shit, so you could probably get it for quite cheap. So do let me know if you're interested and you need help getting it, because I'm more than happy to help. But yeah, thank you so much for being here. Hope this was useful and interesting. Please do let me know if you have a version of the light series in your country, and if you have a video about it, because I would like to see that. I only know about the French version, which I really like the box. Almost bought it for the box and hoping that the cardstock would be different, because the only thing that I don't like about this deck is this cardstock, but I'm quite enjoying the kind of feel of this one. So we will see. Maybe I don't even need to get the indie at some point, which was on my I would like to get decks list. We will see. Well, yeah, thank you so much for being here. See you in the next one. Bye.